what children need more than anything, they need a model. Here's how. Here's how to be a man. Here's how to be a woman. Here's how to be a human being. Here's how to interact. Here's how to be intimate. I can't imagine anybody in my generation, I'm 57, can't imagine anybody in my generation seeing a man and woman who were absolutely equal. You cannot be intimate except on the basis of equality. And so most of us are growing up in families where we don't see intimacy. We see hierarchies of power, whereas intimacy is about shared power. The democratic revolutions, the French and the American revolutions, were revolutions that are bringing us to the awareness that we're beginning to get clearly right now, that every human being is equal and every human being has rights, and that you can only predicate intimacy on the basis of equality. So you have trouble identifying your feelings. You don't know what you feel because nobody modeled feelings for you. How could you name a feeling if nobody ever named it for you? Sometimes people think it's crazy when they've grown up without this, when they hear therapists saying, you say to the child, I see you're feeling angry, you know, when they're obviously stomping around the kitchen. But it's enormously important. How would I know how to name? I'm going to talk a little later on about abuse. Children don't know what abuse is. Children don't even know they're being abused. How could they know it? All they know is what's happening to them. Interpersonal communication problems. Think about your mom and dad here. How well did they communicate? How well did they ask, for what they wanted and listen to each other and do active and passive listening? What I hear you saying, Jack, is. What I hear you saying, Jill, is. And here's concrete, specific behavioral detail. Yeah, I mean, now, in all fairness, who would they have learned it from? I keep talking about these survivalistic models that we come out of. So, difficulty expressing, no talk, no feel rules, responsibility for the reality of others. This is what I'm going to call toxic guilt. You don't think you have a right to your own life. You don't think you have a right to your own health. Your family's still all messed up and you're doing real well and you feel guilty all the time. I see a lot of you grinning. It's like, see, toxic guilt is a thin veneer of codependency. It's like, I don't have a right to separate.